Hello and welcome to another edition of Wolves Weekly. I'm Barrett Henderson, the new Director of Media Relations, and joined now by head coach of football here at Western Oregon, Ferguson. Coach, appreciate you coming on today.
Well, I'm just glad to have you and have you on board. I'm excited for Western Oregon.
Thank you, Coach, and actually I feel a little bit small right now. I asked for a few books to sit on.
Yeah. So,
well, Coach, we'll go ahead and jump right in. A big weekend for you guys again last weekend. Picked up a road win at Dixie State, jumped out to a great lead. Talk about a little bit first how the team played overall.
First of all, offensively, we knew it was going to be a battle. Their quarterback's very good also, but Bergman had a really good day. But Bergman Williams really stole the show with two huge touchdown passes, pretty much as far as Bergman can throw them. He beat the safety in the corner deep and had a total of 184 yards, and to be GNAC Player of the Week with a huge performance like that. And those big plays down there are very important because Dixie's a tough place to play.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that combination of Bergman and Williams. Obviously, we saw it Saturday. Tyrell came out and, as you mentioned, got the GNAC Player of the Week, broke his own receiving record with yards per catch in that ball game. That's got to be a dynamic duo to have.
Yeah, and first of all, I mean, what's really nice to see is Tyrell playing every down. I mean, we subbed a little bit, but him being able to practice and develop that timing with Ryan Bergman is crucial. And to do that, you got to stay healthy. And he's a big 6'4", 6'5" receiver that's tough to do in our conference. So to contribute to our strength coach and also his off-season training. But the more those two can keep practicing together, we'll see great production in the future, we hope.
Yeah, Coach, you guys jump out to a 20-point lead there in the third quarter, and then a pesky Dixie State team just really battled back and cut the lead to 6, and they made a ball game out of it.
We knew it was going to be a close game all the way down to the end. Their quarterback is a senior Division I transfer that's really coming into his own. His accuracy on short balls and also deep balls is really high. And then Joe Duncan, man, that guy's really come around. I mean, he had 170 yards, very much a game like Tyrell, but he had that just like second or third one this year. So those two duels where we had our hands full. I mean, he's a 265, 275 receiving tight end. So that's we knew it was going to be a battle because of their talent. I mean, it's that simple.
Defensively, you guys really came out there late and got a key turnover for you. Individually, A.J. Hall, just a fantastic ball game, returned a touchdown, or interception for a touchdown, 54 yards. Also forced a fumble, had a game-high 12 tackles. Just a great performance by your defense on the road. Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, the numbers not where we want them to be. I mean, they had quite a few yards passing, but the critical plays inside the red zone and be able to score on defense. I mean, AJ had a ball tipped, we think, by the D lineman, but did a really nice play on it and then accelerated in the end zone. I mean, that's a huge play and also takes really a 14-point swing on a game that we knew was going to be a shootout, no question.
Well, looking ahead to this week's game, you got a battle with Simon Fraser, another GNAC contest. You've already faced him once. What's Simon Fraser bringing to Monmouth this weekend?
Yeah, Simon Fraser's quarterback was the first 3 games the #1 in our conference. He got banged up a little bit in our game. The running back got banged up a little bit, and then the receiver that's phenomenal, 6'4", very much similar like Tyrell type of receiver. Hasn't played for a while, but we expect to see all 3 and really for them to be at the top of their game coming into our place. And those 3 weapons are as good or better than anybody's in our conference. So honestly, we expect another game kind of like Dixie.
It's going to be a fun atmosphere here on Saturday. A busy day for Western Oregon University athletics overall, 4 home events. But then you look at what football's doing to bring some fans out. You got a canned food drive. You got Red Out Weekend. Talk a little bit about that canned food drive.
Well, we're in a great location. I mean, #1 attraction in the Willamette Valley is Western Oregon's location and the size of the campus and just how it looks on day to day. I mean, our school does a phenomenal job. We're trying to bring young kids that play flag or tackle football from all areas within the valley, and all they have to do is bring in a can of food, and then one of their parents come in free. It's our north entrance, and just trying to have those standard things to get kids more involved in the college atmosphere and see what it's like, and hopefully change their future. So,
Coach, key stretch down the stretch here for you. You got 4 games left, all conference matchups, 2 at home, 2 on the road. how would you like to see the team close the season out? And obviously, you're only one game back in the conference standings.
Yeah, we're number 2 in our conference with 2 teams tied. Those 2 teams play each other this week, so they'll definitely will be tied for second with hopefully a win, or in that category, the top 3 teams. But it's going to be a dogfight all the way through. I really think the team that wins out will be number 1 in our conference, and the team that falters, we're fortunate we get to play both the teams that are ahead of us. So really, we feel like everything's in our control. So.
Well, Coach, one final question before we wrap things up. You had a long road trip last weekend. I think the fans would love to know, what's Coach Ferguson got on his playlist? What do you do on those long trips?
Those long trips are long sometimes. We got in the hotel. It was an interesting trip, just how things go, just for people to understand. We didn't get to Dixie until around 12 o'clock that night. I mean, kids are in bed. They get up to eat breakfast. They go through walkthroughs and meetings. And then we got back after the game hotel around 11:30, midnight too. And there's a 3:30 wake-up call when they're in the hotel. I mean, in the airport on the way out at 7:30. So it was good for our kids to get back before, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. But it was a fast turnaround, and it took a lot of toll on them. But they rebound well with the day's practice. We really expect things to really continue to move forward, both offense, defense, and our special teams. We have to fix some problems there.
That's all part of the GNAC, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming by today, and look forward to seeing everybody out on Saturday. Wear your red out weekend this weekend at Western Oregon University, along with, if you're a youth football player, brings a canned food item out and you get into the game for free. Coach, you can appreciate it today.
Thanks, Bart.